Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is Dark Mystic Ocean. If you are new here, my name is Kermes. I am a Vedic astrologer and a tarot card reader, and I make content on astrology, tarot, some other spiritual secrets. Check out my videos, check out my playlists. And today we are continuing the series of planets through Rashis, planets through zodiac signs. And in today's video, we are going to talk about Mercury in the sign of Aries, all right? And what Mercury does when it occupies the sign in your horoscope, in your friend's horoscope, in anybody's horoscope, how it behaves, the kind of results it produces, etc., etc. Now, in order to do this, you need to understand the two factors involved, which is A, the planet Mercury, and B, the sign Aries. Now, I have given a lot of information about the sign in the previous videos as well, Sun in Aries and Moon in Aries. Check that out. I'll put the links in the description box, so definitely check those videos out. You'll get to learn more about the sign, and then you can have like this whole your notes prepared with a lot of information about Aries as well. So learn through these videos. This is the motive, this is the goal. So definitely meant for students of astrology. Okay, so let's not waste any more time and let's begin with Mercury in Aries. Now, Mercury is the planet of communication. It is the planet of speech. Mercury governs the neurons in our brain, the way we think, the way we process information. Mercury is a very logical planet. Mercury is a very intellectual planet, and it has a lot to do with intellect in general. So if your Mercury is good in your chart, you can be an intelligent person. You can be somebody who comes up with solutions very often, rather than become part of the problem. All right. Of course, the entire horoscope needs to be checked. For intelligence specifically, you need to check the ascendant lord, which is the Lagna lord, and the fifth lord. So if you have those two decently placed, and then you have a very good Mercury, now you can call a person intelligent. All right. So astrology is always a game of a lot of factors. So Mercury rules communication, rules speech, it rules things like writing, it rules mathematics, it rules banking, finance. The entire economy of the world is in the hands of this one planet, Mercury. Mercury governs two zodiac signs. One is Virgo and one is Gemini, both which have a lot to do with thoughts, intellect, creative abilities, etc. Mercury is also the planet of con artists. Mercury is very good at imitating. Mercury is very good at picking up skills and bringing it into his own domain and then publishing it. So, Mercury is an extremely important planet for almost any field in today's day and age, which is why Mercury is one of the prime karakas or significators of the 10th house. All right. So Mercury signifies the 10th. The 10th house is signified by Mercury. So another factor to judge in a person's profession is you also look at the Mercury. All right. It can even show you the amount of money a person can eventually earn. Another thing I would like to share is Mercury also talks about the focus in life, where you put your focus in. Now, Mercury comes and sits in the sign of Aries. Now, what is Aries? Aries is a fire sign. Aries is the animal is the ram. It is a Kshatriya, a warrior class sign. It is a very hot, fiery, very active sign. So when Mercury sits in Aries, definitely it promotes intelligence, it promotes good writing, good speech, quick fire thoughts. The person generally has a very good, very articulate speech. The person has a very good sense of understanding of things, and grasping power becomes very good with this Mercury. However, at the end of the day, please remember that the energies of the two factors involved here do not really match. Aries is dominated by fire. There's a lot of fire energy, or the element, the tattva as we call it in Vedic astrology, is fire. And the tattva of Mercury is Prithvi, earth. So there is a clash in the base nature of the elements, which is why you will see that eventually, as time goes and as age proceeds and a person becomes an adult, this Mercury does not eventually yield the best of results purely based on the Rashi. All right. We also have to check Mercury in divisional charts, what it's doing in the Navamsha, etc. But I'm not getting into that. This is just for the student to understand in D1, which is your main Lagna chart, what Mercury does in Aries. So here Mercury is not very comfortable. Namely, like I mentioned, because of the clash of the tattvas. Okay, one is fire, one is earth, not really matching. And secondly, which is the most important factor, is that the Lord of Aries, who's Mars, Mangal, is a ace enemy of Mercury. All right, they both really don't like each other. They don't get along. You can think of it like that. So again, there is a sense of discomfort. And imagine walking into your prime enemy's house. All right, you know this person does not like you, that wants to take you down. Imagine walking into this person's house. How would you feel? And that to Aries, which is the Mool Trikon sign of Mars. So Mercury is not comfortable here. Generally, I have seen if there is more malefic influence on this Aries, it can lead to issues like neuron problems with the brain, slowed down thinking, things like autism, etc. You can check, please check and do your research, can be found with Mercury in Aries. And eventually, as I mentioned, as age happens and the person grows older, things like Parkinson's, things like Alzheimer's is seen to happen with Mercury in Aries, especially if it gets connected with the sixth house, sixth lord of diseases as well. Okay, so not a very comfortable sign. Now, the way to utilize this energy is to always remain active. The plus point of Mercury in Aries is it gives very good sense of like I said, problem solving skills are become very good over here. So things like sports, politics, writing, okay, accounts, all these fields this Mercury in Aries will excel in. Things like even drawing or painting, this Mercury in Aries does well. Things to do with the hands, things or careers related to the hands, chef, cooking, etc., is good with Mercury in Aries. Again, you have to check if it's getting linked with the 10th house, only then can you give these careers. So definitely check your horoscope with an astrologer before giving these, assuming that this career is good for you. Other than that, because it's not very comfortable, again, what Mercury signifies could go for a toss, which means when you really need your intelligence, when you really need to make a very important decision, you will falter, you will have a downfall. So be careful with this Mercury in Aries. Number two, initially education is fine, but you will see that later on in life, education either takes a setback, the person might take a break, or the person might not be able to complete their studies for whatever said reason. This is what happens when Mercury occupies the sign of Aries. Now, a lot would depend on the house as well, which house it's gone into. If it's in a benefic house, then this is not that bad. But if it's in 6th, 8th, or 12th house, this is not going to give. Definitely, this would show a break in the main prime karak of Mercury, which is education. So this is what I have as of now. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything else. Mercury even talks about your intentions. All right, so Mercury in Aries wants to achieve. Mercury in Aries really wants to succeed, because Aries is a very fiery sign, always wants to be at the top, is hopping around from one place to another. So actually, this is a remedy for Mercury in Aries. The day these people start sitting idle, just plop themselves in a corner or on the sofa just watching TV, understand and know that now this Mercury in Aries will start giving negative results, and the negative result unfortunately straight goes to the brain, because Aries represents the head, your mind, your brain. All right, so be very careful with Mercury in Aries. You need to be constantly active, agile, keep your creative energies always running. All right, because you have that blessing with Mercury in Aries. So this was Mercury in Aries from me. Please like this video, please share this video with other astrology enthusiasts so that they learn as well. Definitely going to continue the series, and once I finish planets in signs, we will go through planets in houses, which will give you much more information, much more detailing, different ascendants, talk about each planet. Lots more coming on astrology. It's my most favorite everything, not only topic, it's my most favorite thing in the world. All right, so Stick around, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, have a nice evening.